Hey there, welcome to the channel. Let me ask you something. Can you describe your day in English? For many English learners, the moment they try to say, "after I woke up," they freeze. It's totally normal, so don't worry, you're not alone. Today, I'll walk you through how to talk about your entire day in English step by step. Even if you only know a few words, you'll be surprised how much you can say. Tell me in the comments, what time do you usually wake up? I'd love to hear from you. All right, let's jump in. Chapter 1, I wake up. I open my eyes slowly as sunlight comes through my window. I still feel sleepy. I want more rest, but it's time to get up. I sit on my bed and breathe in deeply. The room is quiet and calm. I look around and feel the day beginning. I whisper to myself, "Good morning." These are my first English words today. I want to speak English every day. Even if I'm alone, I start small. Saying good morning feels good and easy. My voice is quiet, but I hear it. I understand it. That means something. This is a big step for me. I get out of bed and stretch my arms. I walk slowly to the bathroom. I say, I go to the bathroom. Simple words, but they help me. I look in the mirror and smile. I say I brush my teeth. I pick up my brush and say, this is my toothbrush. I begin brushing. I count softly in English, 1, 2, 3. Counting helps me stay in the language. Then I wash my face. The water is cold, but I feel awake. I look at myself again. I say I look tired, but I feel better. These simple sentences are small tools I use to keep practicing English. I go back to my room and get dressed. I say I put on my clothes. I choose a shirt and say, this shirt is blue. I wear pants and say, these are my pants. I sit on my bed for a minute. I look outside and say, it is sunny. Sometimes I say it is cloudy. Every sentence I say is a step forward. Every word I speak helps me grow. Each one matters. At first it felt strange to speak English to myself. Now it feels normal. This is my own quiet way to practice every day. I don't need a teacher. I don't need a partner. I just talk about my real life. Morning is the best time to do this. Every day begins the same way. That means I can repeat the same words. Saying the same things again helps me remember and learn. At the start, I didn't know many words. I could only say, wake up, brush teeth, eat. But I used those words daily. Soon the words became easier. I began using longer sentences. Now I say, I wake up at 7 a.m. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I feel fresh. These are small things, but they are big wins for me. I even use my phone to help me. I open the camera and look at myself. I say, good morning. Today is Monday. I feel happy. I record myself and listen. It's not perfect, but it's progress. That makes me smile. Many learners wait to speak until everything sounds perfect, but I don't wait. I speak slowly and simply. That's how I learn. That's how I improve. And you can do the same. You don't need fancy grammar. You don't need hard words. Just talk about your day. Say what you do. Say what you see. Say how you feel. In the morning, I say I'm sleepy. After I shower, I say I feel better. I look in my bag and say, this is my notebook. This is my pen. These are the things I use. These are the words I need. English is everywhere if I look for it. One day, I could not even say one sentence. Now I can describe my whole morning. That's not magic. That's just daily practice. Small steps. Every single day. That's the real secret. So tomorrow when you wake up, try saying 3 sentences in English. Look around your room. Say what you see. Say what you do. Speak out loud. No one is watching. You are safe. You are free to speak. You are not just learning English. You are training your brain. You are changing your thoughts. This is more than just a routine. It's a kind of power. The power of simple English. The power of one new sentence each day. One day you'll smile and say, I remember when I first said, I wake up. That was your first step. And now you can speak. Keep going. Chapter 2. I eat breakfast. After I wake up and get ready, I start to feel hungry. My stomach makes a little sound. It's like it's saying, feed me. So I walk to the kitchen. I say out loud, I eat breakfast. These 4 words are my practice today. They are simple, but they are real. I say them again, slowly, I eat breakfast. I open the cupboard. I take a plate and say, this is my plate. I open the fridge and see some eggs. I say, I eat eggs, and smile a little. I take out some bread and say, I like bread. Then I pick up some butter and say I put butter on my bread. Each step becomes a sentence. Every action becomes practice. I don't need big grammar rules. I just use what's in front of me. Real life gives me real words to say. I sit down at the table. I say I sit at the table. I take a bite and say I eat my breakfast. If I drink water, I say I drink water. If I drink tea, I say I drink tea. If I eat fruit, I say I eat a banana. These little sentences help me speak more. I'm not studying from a textbook. I'm not doing a test. I'm speaking from real life, and that's better. Some mornings I eat by myself. Other times I eat with my family. I say I eat with my mother, or my brother eats with me. Sometimes I ask simple questions. Do you want tea, or is this your cup? These are beginner phrases, but they are strong because I use them. I admit I feel lazy on some days. I don't want to practice. But then I remember English is part of life, not just school. If I can say I eat breakfast, that means I'm growing. If I can say this is hot or this is sweet, I'm learning. Even one new word helps. I try to talk about feelings too. I say I feel happy or I feel sleepy. If I drink tea, I say the tea is warm. Now I'm not just speaking English, I'm feeling in English. I'm sharing my world in English. That's how fluency begins, one small moment at a time. Sometimes I record myself with my phone. I look at the camera and say, good morning. Today, I eat eggs and bread. I drink tea. I feel fine. I smile and watch the video. I say, wow, I can really speak. This makes me feel happy and hopeful. At the beginning, I didn't know many words. I only said, eat an egg. Now I say, I eat breakfast every day. I like tea. I feel fresh. These are full, real sentences. They came from small daily steps, and now I can see my progress. You don't need a teacher for this. You are your own teacher. Just look at your food and speak. Say things like, this is sweet. This is hot. I like this. Even one short sentence is enough. Your brain will learn. Your mouth will remember. Don't wait for perfect English. Use what you know right now. Speak slowly. Speak clearly, and speak with heart. Sometimes I hear a new word and wonder, what is this called in English? I check my phone and learn something new. Maybe the word is spoon or milk. Then I say, this is a spoon. I drink milk. Now I have 2 more words in my English toolbox. I like to repeat the same sentences every morning I eat breakfast. I drink tea. I feel good. I don't change them. I say them again and again. Repeating makes me faster. Repeating makes me confident. Repeating makes me strong. I remember when I couldn't say anything at all. Now I can describe my whole breakfast. That's not small, that's real progress. That's why I smile in the morning, because I know I'm learning. because I know I'm growing. If you're learning English too, try this tomorrow. When you eat, say a few simple sentences out loud. Even if you're alone, speak. Don't think I will practice later. Speak now. This is your moment. Your words matter. One day, you'll sit with someone who speaks English. You'll say, I eat bread. I like tea. And they'll understand you and smile. You will feel proud because it started right here. With breakfast, with small words, with real life. Keep going. You're doing great. Chapter 3. I go to work or school. After breakfast, it's time to leave the house. I take my bag and say I go to school or I go to work. These words matter. They are simple, but I use them every day. That means they are useful. I walk to the door. I say, I leave my house. Then I say, I lock the door. I breathe in deeply. A new part of my day begins. I want to use English through every step, so I keep talking. I say, let's go outside. I walk down the street. I look around. I say I see cars. I say I see people. These are real things. That means they are great for learning. I say I walk to the bus stop. Or maybe I say I walk to school. I speak slowly and clearly. I feel strong when I speak like this. If I take the bus, I say I wait for the bus. When the bus comes, I smile and say, the bus is here. I step on and say, I get on. I find a seat. I say I sit near the window. I look out and say I see shops, or I see trees. Every sentence I say helps me grow. Some days I ride my bike. I say I ride my bike to school. Other days I take a car. I say I go in a car. These are real phrases. I don't need a textbook. I just look around me. I talk about what I see. I talk about how I feel. I say I feel tired or I feel happy. Speaking about my emotions makes my English stronger. It's not just about actions. It's also about how I live. That brings real meaning to the words I use. I check the time. I say, it is 8 o'clock. Time words are helpful. I say I arrive at school at 8:15. These are real things I can repeat daily. If someone walks with me, I practice with them. I ask, are you ready? They smile and answer. That short talk is already a real English conversation. I don't need big talks. I only need small questions. One answer is enough. One real sentence starts everything. It teaches me how to use the language. I remember when I first said I go to school, my voice was soft. I didn't feel sure, but now I say it clearly. Repeating made me stronger. Even if you stay home, you can still practice. Say I walk in my room, or say I go to the kitchen. Your house is full of English. Don't wait for a teacher. Don't wait for a perfect moment. Speak during your walk. Speak on the bus. Talk to yourself. It's not strange. It's smart. I also think in English. I see a person and think she is walking, or he is eating. These small thoughts are quiet practice, but they are powerful. One time a tourist asked me, "Where's the station?" I said, "Go straight, turn right." He smiled and said, "Thanks." That moment made me feel strong. It showed me that I can speak English in real life. That's why I keep going. That's why I speak every day. Every sentence brings me forward. So tomorrow, when you go outside, try this. Say what you do. Say what you see. Even if it's just one word, say it. Your brain is learning. You don't need big grammar. You just need real English. Say I walk. Say I wait. Say I sit. These small steps build your skills. The more you speak, the more you believe in yourself. And the more you believe, the faster you grow. This is not just a walk to school. It's a journey to fluency. Take your first step now. Say one sentence. Speak out loud. This is how it begins. And this is how you win. Chapter 4. I study or work. Now I arrive at school or work. I take a deep breath. My day is starting. I say I start my class or I start my work. These words begin my English too. I sit down. I open my bag. I take out my notebook and say, "This is my notebook." I take out my pen and say, "This is my pen." I use it every day. Small words, but they match real life. I look at the clock. It's 9:00 a.m., time to begin. I say I begin now. These simple words help me speak and stay focused. At school, I listen to the teacher. I say I listen carefully. I look at the board and say I read the words on the board. I write notes and say I write what I learn. Every small action becomes a chance to speak English. I don't need big words. I need real ones. At work, I sit at my desk. I say I work at my desk today. I type on my computer. I say I write emails. I check messages. I speak with my team. These phrases are easy, useful, and true. I live them every day. Sometimes my brain feels tired. English feels hard. I stop and breathe. I remind myself one sentence is enough. I am learning. I smile because I'm still moving forward. I remember when I could not say anything. Now I can say I go to school. I sit in class. I read a book. I study math. These are full sentences. They are my progress. I talk to myself in my mind. I say, "He is the teacher." She is asking a question. He is writing on the board. I think in English. Quiet thoughts, but strong practice. One day I raise my hand and say I have a question. Just one sentence, but it feels big. It takes courage to speak, but I try. And every time I get stronger. Sometimes I make mistakes. I use the wrong word. I forget grammar. I feel nervous. But then I say, it's okay. I'm learning. Mistakes mean I'm trying. That is brave. When I don't understand, I ask. I say, "Can you say that again?" Or "What does that mean?" These simple questions help me learn more. They show I'm not afraid to speak. I also try small conversations. I say, "Good morning." I ask, "How are you?" I answer, "I'm fine, thank you." These are not long talks, but they are real, and they matter. When my teacher asks something, I try to answer. Maybe I say just a few words, but I still say them. I say, "This is my answer." I learn from every try, right or wrong. I listen to others. I hear new words. I say, "That's a new word. I will use it tomorrow." I write it in my notebook. I say it again and again until I remember. These words are like small treasures. I look at them before class. I say them out loud. I try to use them after class too. This is how I build my vocabulary. When I study, I say, I study English. I read stories. I write sentences. These actions become words. These words help me feel proud. I speak about what I do. At work, I also speak about my day. I say I send emails. I answer phone calls. I help customers. I say them even if I'm alone. It feels good to describe my real life. Every sentence I say is a small victory. Every word is a step. I don't wait for a perfect time. I use the time I have. This is how I grow. This is how I win. If you go to work or school, try this too. Speak about your day. Say it in English. Even if no one is around, speak. You are training your brain. You are building confidence. One sentence can change your day. One word can give you power. Speak clearly. Speak often. Speak what is true. You don't need big English. You need real English. Every day you learn something new. Every step takes you forward. You're not just studying or working. You're building your future. One word at a time. Chapter 5. The conversation with my friends. After studying or during work, I see my friends. They walk by and smile. I smile back. They say, "Hi." I say hello. These short words feel warm and real. Simple greetings can be powerful. They make me feel connected. They help me speak more English. I ask, "How are you?" My friend says, "I'm fine." And you? I say, "I'm good." These sentences are small, but they are real. They are the way people talk every day. When I speak them, I feel proud. I am part of the conversation. I am using my voice. I sit with my friends. We begin to talk. I ask, "What are you doing?" My friend says, "I'm reading a book." I reply, "That's nice." "Do you like the book?" These are simple words, but they help me grow. It's a real conversation, and I am part of it. Sometimes I feel nervous. I think, what if I say something wrong? But then I breathe slowly. I remind myself that mistakes are part of learning. My friends are kind. They don't laugh at me. They wait for me. They help me speak. Sometimes I hear a new word. I ask, "What does that mean?" My friend explains it. I say, "Thank you." I write the word down. I try to use it tomorrow. That is how I remember. That is how I build my English with real people through real conversations. We laugh together, we joke, we say, "That's funny." I feel happy when I join in. Speaking helps me feel included. It helps me feel like I belong. When we eat lunch, I say, "This food is good," or "I like rice." I ask, "What do you like?" My friend says, "I like chicken." I say, "Me too." These are small talks, but they mean something. They bring joy. They give me more chances to practice and feel confident. I remember the days when I couldn't speak. I sat quietly. I only listened. I wanted to join in, but the words didn't come. I felt small. I felt alone. But now I speak slowly, simply, but I speak. And that changes everything. I use the same words many times. I say, "Hi," "Hello," "How are you?" "I'm good." "I like this." "Thank you." These are my tools. I use them every day. I don't wait to learn perfect grammar. I speak with what I know. That's how I improve. That's how I move forward. One day I forgot a word and stopped. I felt stuck. My friend saw it and gave me the word. I repeated it. I smiled. She smiled too. That moment stayed with me. It taught me something important. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to try. When we talk about class, I ask, "Did you understand the lesson?" My friend says, "A little." I reply, "Me too." Let's study together. And then we do. We help each other. We grow together. It feels good to learn with a friend. Talking with friends is safe. It's fun. It's full of small moments, and each moment helps me get stronger. I speak more. I feel better. I believe in myself more. Even if your friend speaks your first language, you can ask, "Can we try English?" Just say one line, then try two, then three. You will smile. You will feel proud. If no one is around, you can still practice. Talk to yourself. Say, "I will ask this." "I will answer like that." Imagine the conversation. Play it in your mind. This is not strange. It is smart. This is how strong speakers begin. You don't need big words. You need your voice. You already have that. You are ready. Speak to one person. Say one thing. Say it clearly. Say it with a happy heart. You're not just learning English, you're building a new part of your life. A life where you talk. A life where you connect. A life where you are not silent. One sentence can open a door. One smile can unlock your voice. Talk to your friends. Talk without fear. Talk and grow. You're doing amazing. Keep going. Keep speaking. Chapter 6. I have lunch. After a busy morning, I feel hungry. My stomach makes a sound like it's talking to me. It says time to eat. I smile and say it's lunchtime. Lunchtime is my favorite part of the day. Not just because of food, but because it gives me a chance to speak English in a natural, simple way. I sit down and take out my meal. I look at my food and say, "This is my lunch." I open the box. I say, "I have rice. I have chicken." I pick up my spoon and say, "This is my spoon." I start eating. I say I eat rice. I drink water. These short sentences are real. That makes them strong. When I eat with friends, I speak more. I say, "This food is hot," or "It's spicy," or "I like the flavor." My friend might say, "Me too," or "Not really." We laugh. We talk. We share stories. And we do it in English. I ask, "What do you have?" My friend says I have a sandwich. I say, "It looks tasty." Then I ask, "Did you make it?" They say yes. I say, "Nice job." These are small lines, but they create real conversations. They help me speak without fear. Sometimes we share food. I ask, "Do you want some?" My friend says, "Thanks." I say, "You're welcome." These kind words help me feel braver in English. We also talk about how we feel. I say I'm hungry, or now I feel full, or I want something sweet. These are simple but useful words for daily life. I remember when I said nothing. I just ate in silence. I watched others talk and felt left out. I wanted to speak, but I was too shy. Now it's different. I started speaking. Just one word, then one sentence, then more. A little each day. That's how I changed. Sometimes I take a picture of my food. I say, "This is my lunch today." I like it. I post it with a sentence in English. It feels fun. It feels real. That's how I grow by using what I learn. I also learn food words in English. I see a fruit and ask, "What is this called?" I check. I learn. Then I say, "This is papaya." I like papaya. I say it again tomorrow. Now it's a word I know. Now it's part of my voice. You don't need hard grammar to talk about food. Just look, touch, feel, and speak. You can say I have bread. I eat it. I like it. That's English. That's progress. If you eat alone, talk to yourself. Say I am eating rice. It's hot. It tastes good. This isn't silly. This is how real English begins. Lunchtime is more than a break. It's a moment to practice. It's a chance. Every bite can be a sentence. Every meal is a small lesson. You don't need a textbook. You don't need a classroom. You already have everything you need: your eyes, your voice, your hands, your day. Sometimes I close my eyes while I eat. I ask myself, how do I say this in English, I think? I speak softly, slowly, but clearly. I eat every day, so I can practice every day. That's the secret small practice, daily practice, using real life as my classroom. You don't need anything new. You already have the tools. Just use them. Speak with them. Say what you eat. Say what you like. Say how you feel. That's your power. That's your English. Lunch may seem simple, but it's powerful because it's real. And real life is the best teacher. So tomorrow at lunch, speak one sentence in English, then two, then three. Say them out loud. Say them with confidence. You are learning. You are moving forward. You are doing something amazing. Keep going. Chapter 7. I am back home. I come home. The day felt long. I'm a little tired. School is over. Work is done. Now it's time to go back. I say I go home. Those 3 words seem small, but they start something important. They begin the evening, the quiet part of my day. I walk to the bus stop. I say I wait for the bus. The bus arrives. I get on. I say I sit down. I look outside and say, the sun is going down. I feel the day slowly ending and I talk about it in English. Some days I walk home instead. I say I walk to my house. I look at the sky. I say, the sky is orange. I see kids running. I say, they are playing soccer. I pass shops. I say, the shops are still open. These are easy sentences, but they help me describe the real world. When I reach my house, I open the door. I say, I am home. Those words feel warm. They make me feel safe. I take off my shoes and say, I take off my shoes. I place my bag down. I say, I put my bag on the chair. Simple steps spoken in English. That is practice. I go to my room. I say, this is my room. I sit on my bed. I say I feel tired. Sometimes I smile and say, it was a good day. Or maybe I feel sleepy. These are my real feelings, and I speak them out loud. They are small words, but they are true. That gives them power. I look around. I see my things. I say, this is my table. I say, these are my books. This is my phone. Each item becomes a word. Every word becomes a sentence. I go to the bathroom. I wash my face. I say I wash my face. I look in the mirror. I say I see myself. I feel tired, but I also feel proud. Today I used English. I used my thoughts. I used my voice. I feel strong. Sometimes I sit with my family. I say I talk to my mom. Or my brother is watching TV. I listen. Then I say something simple like, how was your day? They answer. I say, that's nice. These short talks matter. They are real. They help me grow. Later, I think about what I learned. I ask myself, what new word did I say today? I try to say it again. I use it in a sentence. I say today I learned the word home. Then I say, I am home. I smile. I repeat it. I feel good. If I made mistakes, I don't feel bad. I say, mistakes help me improve. I know that every good speaker started small just like me. I pick up my notebook. I write one sentence, I came home at 5:00 p.m. Then I write, I feel tired but proud. These are my words. This is my story. This is my English. I don't wait for perfect moments to practice. I use the small ones. I use the quiet time after I return home. This is my time. It is calm. Calm helps me grow. Sometimes I talk to myself. I say I had a long day. I studied. I spoke with my friend. I ate lunch. Now I'm home. It feels like telling a story, my story in English. That gives me strength. That gives me joy. There was a time when I couldn't say any of this. Now I say it with ease. I didn't learn in one night. I learned slowly, one step at a time. One sentence at a time. Coming home isn't just the end of the day. It's also time to look back and speak. It's time to say, this was my day, and to say it in English. So today, when you return home, pause for 1 minute. Say, I'm home. I take off my shoes. I sit on my bed. I feel tired. I feel happy. Say it gently. Say it clearly. Say it for yourself. That is your practice. That is your progress. You're not just walking through the door. You're walking toward fluency, step by step, sentence by sentence. Keep going. You're doing amazing. Chapter 8. I watch TV or study English. The day is almost done. I come home. I change into comfortable clothes. I sit down and rest. I take a deep breath. My body feels tired, but my mind is still awake. Now it's time to do something I enjoy. Sometimes I say I watch TV. Other times I say I study English. And some days I do both. I pick up the remote and say I turn on the TV. I look at the screen and say, this is a movie. Or this is a cartoon. Or this is the news. I watch and listen. If it's in English, I pay more attention. I say I hear English. That alone is a great step. That is real practice. When I hear a new word, I ask, what does that mean? I check it on my phone. I write it down. I say it out loud. I try to remember it. Even one new word is progress. One word is a small gift to my future self. Sometimes I watch videos on my phone. I say, this is a YouTube video. I search for English content. I say, learn English. I find short, simple clips. I listen. I repeat. I smile because today I understand more than I did yesterday. I listen to the way people speak. I say the words with them. I try to copy their voice. This is called shadowing. It helps my speaking get better. I say, this is how I learn. I'm not just watching. I'm growing. On other days, I don't turn on the TV. I decide to study English instead. I open my notebook and say, I study now. I read my own sentences out loud. I say I eat lunch. I go home. I watch TV. These are my words, my daily life, my English. I try to write a sentence about my day. I write, today I was happy, or I spoke with my friend, or I ate a banana. I read it. I smile. I add one more line. That's how I build my skills, one sentence at a time. I also practice speaking. I say I speak English now. I talk to myself. I say I feel good today. Or I learned a new word. Or I made a sentence by myself. Sometimes I stand in front of a mirror. I speak slowly. I hear my voice. I feel strong. I feel brave. Of course, some days I feel lazy or just too tired. But then I remember why I'm learning. I want to speak English. I want to grow. I want to connect. So I say just 1 minute, just one sentence, and I begin. 1 minute turns into 5. One sentence becomes 3. I always feel glad I started. I remember when English sounded like noise. I couldn't understand anything. But now I hear real words. I understand more. I feel proud. That's not magic. That's time. That's effort. That's practice. I also use learning apps. They show me words and pictures. I say the words. The app listens. It says, good job, that makes me smile. It feels like I have a little teacher in my pocket. I can practice anytime, anywhere. Sometimes I listen to English songs. I say, this is a song. I try to sing along. I don't know every word, but I still try. I say, I can sing in English. That feels fun. That feels powerful. Even when I rest, I still learn. I say I learn with my ears. I say I learn with my eyes. I say I learn with my heart. That is real learning. Learning with joy. At night, I write a short note. Today I watched TV in English. I learned a new word. I practice speaking. These notes remind me that I am not stuck. I am moving forward. I am becoming the person I want to be. You don't need long hours. You don't need many books. You just need small moments, clear focus, and a big heart. That's enough. You are enough. So tonight when you watch TV or study English, say one sentence out loud. Say, I understand, or I try, or I want to speak well. That is your promise to yourself. That is your daily gift. You are learning every day. You are doing something wonderful. Keep going. Keep believing. You're closer than you think. Chapter 9. I have dinner and talk with my family. It's evening now. The sky is dark. The lights in the house are on. I hear sounds from the kitchen. Plates, spoons, soft voices. It's time for dinner again. I feel hungry. I smile and say I eat dinner. I walk into the kitchen. I see my family. My mother is cooking. My father is sitting. My brother is laughing. I say good evening. They say, come sit with us. I sit down at the table. I feel warm. I feel happy. I feel safe. I look at the food. I say this looks good, or this smells nice, or even I like this. I pick up my spoon. I take a bite. I say, this is hot, or this is tasty. The words are simple, but they help me speak. They help me stay present. They help me feel part of the moment, part of the conversation. While we eat, we talk. My father asks, how was your day? I answer it was good, or I learned a new word, or I talked with my friend in English. My mother smiles and says, that's nice. I feel proud. I feel supported. I feel understood. The words are small, but they carry my feelings. They help me share who I am. We talk about many things, schoolwork plans, food. I say, today I was busy, or I was tired, or today was fun. These are my stories in English. My brother talks about his day too. I listen. I ask questions. I say, really? Or what happened next? Or, that's funny. We laugh. We connect. English helps me join the moment. It helps me feel close to my family. It helps me speak from the heart. Sometimes I teach them a word. I say, this means in English. They listen. They smile. They ask questions. I feel like a teacher. That gives me joy. Even when no one is talking, I still speak to myself. I say, I eat rice. I drink water. I sit with my family. These small lines are still practice. Sometimes we talk about tomorrow. I say, tomorrow I will study, or I will watch a video, or I will speak more. I say it out loud to believe it more. At the beginning, I couldn't say anything at dinner. I just ate in silence. Now I say simple things. I join the talk. I ask questions. I give answers. That is not a small win. That is a big step forward. Dinner is not just about eating, it's about sharing. And now I can share in English. I feel proud. I feel confident. I also learn new words. If I don't know something, I ask, what is this in English? I find out. I say it again. I learn words like spinach soup or spicy. I use them tomorrow. I remember them. That's how those words become mine. After dinner, I help clean. I say I wash the plates or I dry the cups. I speak as I move. I say I feel full or that was good. These words are true. That makes them powerful. Speaking at dinner feels easy. I'm at home. I feel safe. The people around me care about me. This is the best place to practice, the best place to grow. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need long phrases. You just need to speak. Even one line like I like this or that was nice is enough. That is English. That is progress. That is one more step on your path. Dinner happens every day. That means you can practice every day. You can build your voice. You can grow your confidence one meal at a time. So tonight when you sit to eat, say one thing in English. Say I eat dinner. Say this is tasty. Say I feel happy. Say it gently. Say it clearly. Speak with your heart. You are not just learning a language. You are building a new life. A life where you can speak. A life where your voice is strong. A life where your words connect with others. Keep going. The dinner table is not just a place to eat. It is a place to learn. A place to grow. Chapter 10. I sleep and think in English. The day is ending. The sky is dark. The stars are shining above. My room is quiet. I feel sleepy. My body is tired. My eyes start to close. I say softly I go to bed. I walk to my room. I change my clothes. I say I wear my nightdress. Or I put on my pajamas. These are small actions. I fold my clothes. I place them on the chair. I say I keep my clothes here. Each step is a sentence. Each sentence is English. I whisper them as I move. I sit on the bed. I look at the clock. I say, it is 10 sunro. I take a deep breath. I feel calm. I think about everything that happened today. I remember the morning. I say I woke up. I brushed my teeth. I ate breakfast. I remember school or work. I say I studied. I talked to friends. I came home. I think about dinner. I say I ate with my family. I spoke English. These small memories turn into English sentences. These sentences tell the story of my day. Now I lie down. I say I lie on my bed. I pull the blanket. I say I cover myself. I look up. I close my eyes. I feel at peace. But before I sleep, I do something special. I think in English. In my mind, I say, today was a good day. I spoke English. I learned something new. I feel proud. I smile. These thoughts are my success. This is my journey. Some nights I say the words out loud, I am strong. I am learning. I will speak English. These words go into my heart. I believe them. They give me strength. I feel ready for tomorrow. I know I'm not perfect. I forget words. I make mistakes. But I keep going. I don't give up. I say I will try again tomorrow. That is how I grow, not just once, not sometimes, but every day with small steps. Sometimes I listen to English before sleep. I play a short video. I hear soft voices. I hear simple words. I repeat them quietly in my mind. It feels peaceful. This is quiet learning. My ears listen. My brain remembers. Even in sleep I grow. English keeps working inside me. My effort continues even while I rest. Sometimes I imagine a little story. I think I walk in a park. I see a friend. I say, hello, how are you? I create this moment in English. I become the storyteller. I choose the words. I build the scene. This is fun. This helps me think in English. It makes my English stronger, even while lying in bed. Before I used to sleep in silence, I didn't speak. I didn't think in English. I felt scared. I felt alone. But now I speak one sentence. I say I am learning. I say I am growing. And I feel safe. English is not only for school, it's for life. And life happens every day, even at night, even when I'm by myself. That's why I use this quiet time. That's why I speak softly in the dark. These small sentences will grow. One day they will become big confidence. One day I will speak English without fear. I will talk to anyone, anywhere. I believe that. And each night I remind myself, I say I can do it. and I will. So tonight before you sleep, try this say one line in English. Say I feel tired, or today was good, or I want to learn more. Say it from your heart. It doesn't need to be loud, just honest, just true. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Feel proud. You showed up today. You practiced. You tried. That is enough. Now rest. Sleep with peace. Sleep with English. Sleep with hope. You are not just learning a language. You are building your voice. You are becoming your future self. Good night. If this video helped you, please like it. Comment below. What part of your day is hardest to talk about in English, and don't forget to subscribe. We share simple, emotional, and powerful English practice every week. You are not alone. We are learning together. Keep speaking. Keep growing. And remember, your English is not just good, it's becoming great. And that's it for today. If this video helped you, please like it. Share it with a friend who's learning English too. And don't forget to subscribe for more simple and powerful English every week. You are not alone. We are learning together. See you next time. Keep speaking, keep growing.